Mr. Dunlop, please let the processional begin.
Welcome. You may now be seated. Congratulations, class of 2017. Here we are, just a few moments away from receiving our diplomas that we've been working towards seemingly since the beginning of time. I hope that by now it's hit you because it still hasn't hit me. Each one of us here has poured our blood, sweat, and tears into getting to this stage of life, oftentimes simultaneously. The stress and teamwork over getting to this point is paying off right now and has been outweighed by the truly amazing memories that will keep with us for the rest of time. We all grew up together, watching and helping each other become who we are right now. And after today, we'll be dispersing across the world. But none of the distance and life-altering events will ever change the fact that we are and always will be the class of 2017. We've been encouraged by the people who love us to achieve greatness, even through turmoil, and we will only keep getting stronger-minded and stronger-willed. It has truly been my honor to serve as your senior class president of 2017. I give you all my best wishes towards the future and can't wait to see how we impact this world. Without further ado, it is my pleasure to introduce our principal, Miss Martha Geis.
Good evening. At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce to you someone who is dedicated to providing a great education, first-class education, to the children of Hillsboro. Our superintendent, Mr. Mike Scott.
Good evening. On behalf of the Hillsboro School District, it's truly an honor to be here to join you to celebrate the outstanding achievements of Century High School's class of 2017. To all the family members and friends who are here this evening, we extend our sincere appreciation. Your presence at this event signifies that you value education, you recognize the importance of the hard work and perseverance that these students have demonstrated. Thank you to Principal Geis and the amazing team of staff that work at Century High School to make a difference in the lives of our students every day. I'd also like to take a moment to introduce the school board members that are with us here this evening. They volunteer countless hours on behalf of the students of Hillsboro. With us this evening, we have Wayne Clift, Kim Strelchin, Monty Akers, and Janine Solomon. Please join me in thanking them. To the graduates here this evening, 36 years ago, I was sitting in your place waiting for graduation to begin. The moment I'd been waiting for, the moment that I'd thought about so much. And I knew it was a moment that I needed to pause and take it in, to really focus on all that was happening around me. And I'm so glad I did because I still remember so much about that evening. And as I stand here now, I can picture it clearly. I can see so many details of that night. The color of our robes, the sea of tassels, the stands full of excited families and friends. And I remember the people who were sitting in front of me, people that were sitting around me. I remember having so many questions in my head. What will next year be like? What will Monday be like when I don't have to go to school? What am I going to do with my life? Will I stay in touch with my friends, the people I'd grown up with, celebrated with all these years? And I also remember who was sitting next to me. It turns out I was sitting next to my future wife. So graduates, look around. Are you sitting next to anyone interesting? I don't know. And for the parents that are laughing, just remember you could be sitting next to your future in-laws. So, yeah, it's not so funny now, is it? Yeah. So, graduates, take it in. Enjoy this moment. You've certainly earned it. You've upheld your end of the bargain, met all of the requirements for the diploma that you'll be receiving this evening. Also take a minute to reflect on all of those people that have helped you get to this moment. Your family who's here celebrating with you, your friends, and of course the staff members who worked so hard on your behalf. I hope you have a great night, and I hope you enjoy the moment. Congratulations.
Now the Century Choir members, including graduating seniors, will perform the Star-Spangled Banner.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming? Whose stripes and bright stars, through the perilous fog, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that Star-Spangled Banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave, the
Thank you, Mr. Scott, and thank you to the Century Choir for an amazing and inspiring performance. It is now my pleasure to introduce the rest of our distinguished guests. Seated to my left is a teacher who has a wide range of impact on the class of 2017, and it took a lot of work to get him to do this tonight. We welcome our class of 2017 selected faculty speaker, Mr. Derek Dugan. Next, a talented young man who was chosen as a student speaker for this evening's commencement, Lorenzo Iliza. Next are your Masters of Ceremony for this evening, an energetic, focused group of students who have done an excellent job providing strong, positive, and inspiring leadership as class officers for the class of 2017. President Lauren Halverson, Vice President Zach Cole, and Treasury Secretary Lexi Silva. As the class of 2017 receives their diplomas, you will notice many students are wearing different colored cords and tassels that represent earned honors. White tassels represent students who have earned Chancellor's Diploma, which means they've met all the requirements to enter an Oregon university. Blue and gold cords, or gold cords, represent students in the National Honor Society. These students have maintained a minimum 3.5 GPA and have completed 40 hours of community service. Teal cords represent students who have earned an honors designation. They have taken a minimum of 6 of our most rigorous courses equivalent to college standards. The next cords represent the College and Career Pathways programs. These students complete 8 hours of a job shadow, 16 hours of community service, 30 hours of an internship, completed their senior project, and met all of the state benchmark requirements. Green and white cords represent the business program. Purple and white cords represent the fine arts and media education program. Light blue and purple represent the human resources program. Green and silver cords represent the feast program. Silver cords represent the technology program. Red and white cords represent the health services and the fire science programs. Magenta and silver cords represent the leadership program. This class has also earned approximately, actually it's closer to $2.6 million in academic scholarships into universities and colleges throughout the United States and Canada. That's quite an achievement. They have donated over 9,200 hours of community service to their school and community and have raised approximately $50,000 for their school, as well as local, national, and international charities. Please join me in a quick round of applause for their efforts. Now it is my pleasure to introduce Zach Cole.
We are pleased to present Martin Pfeiffer, Adam Thompson, Chema Esparza, Kaylani Terrence, Elisa Purcell, and Nick Fasciana performing Home by Philip Phillips.
Mic check, 1, 2, 6, 7. No. It's not on yet. Oh, they've already introduced us.
Mic check 1, 2. Oh, there we go. Hold on to me as you go, as you roll down this unfamiliar road. And although this wave is stringing us along, just know you're not alone. 'Cause I'm gonna make this place your home. Settle down, it'll all be clear. Don't pay no mind to the demons, they fill you with fear. The trouble, it might drag you down. You get lost, you can always be found. Just know you're not alone. 'Cause I'm gonna make this place your home. Settle down, it'll all be clear. Don't pay no mind to the demons, they fill you with fear. The trouble, it might drag you down. You get lost, you can always be found. Just know you're not alone. 'Cause I'm gonna make this place your home.
Our student speaker today was chosen by a faculty and student committee. We are pleased to introduce Lorenzo Iliza. Lorenzo will speak to our class motto, which is, "The people who are crazy enough to think that they can change the world are the ones who do." Steve Jobs.
Sorry, I'm just trying to find.
It's at the end.
Okay. Found it. So, good evening to all of you. And let's get started. So, in the summer of 1776, a group of colonial leaders declared their formal independence from the strongest empire the world had ever seen. For the better part of a decade in the 1800s, a relatively short Frenchman conquered most of Europe. In the spring of 1976, two Californians in a garage laid the groundwork for one of the most successful technology companies today. Many of you own their most popular product, and I'm willing to bet that some of you are filming me with their most popular product. And right now, in the summer of 2017, a group of 415 or so students from Hillsboro are graduating. So, what do the founding fathers of the United States, Napoleon Bonaparte, Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak, and the Century High School graduating class of 2017 have in common? Well, it's simple. They're all crazy. Crazy enough to think that they can change the world. In fact, Steve Jobs had said, the ones who are crazy enough to think that they can change the world are the ones who do. In the case of the first four, they did. The 13 colonies ended up forming a global superpower whose influence affects billions. Napoleon Bonaparte shifted the balance of power in Europe to favor France above other, more powerful empires. Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak, by selling a homemade computer from a garage, took the first steps to accumulate colossal financial success and later created the iPhone, which would kickstart the smartphone revolution and forever change how humanity communicates around the world. But how about us, the graduating class of 2017? How are we comparable to historical greats aside from our tremendous aspirations? See, like them, we have powered through unimaginably difficult times in our lives. Each and every single one of you are crazy, just like the greats. In the face of a plethora of all sorts of conceivable adversities stopping you from reaching graduation, you all continued onwards. And you're nut jobs for doing so, to be honest. You continued when it seemed like the cosmos themselves wanted you to fail. But you chose to stay on the difficult path to success. Those all-nighters fueled by a few cans of Monster or Dutch Brothers weren't for naught. Dozens of hours cramming for tests the night before have paid off. Resisting the temptation to drop out is finally being rewarded. And look now at the fruits of your labors. Take a moment to really soak in what exactly you're doing here, right now. And right now, you're listening to someone who cranked out this speech the night before grad speaker auditions. Here, you sit among your peers who have struggled just like you. People who have watched you grow into a strong-willed young adult and helped you through your own personal journeys are sitting in the bleachers just over there. In a while, you'll be hopping out of your seat, getting that diploma, and giving Miss Geist the firmest handshake you have ever given in your life. This event is what you've been slaving for the past 12 years. Your choices have clearly led you here. And after countless hours of long, arduous work, well, you're here at last. Your graduation, our graduation. A ceremony to celebrate our achievements. And speaking of which, I was asked to mention specific achievements accomplished by individuals among us. But to give acknowledgement to a few achievements here would to neglect and practically devalue the hundreds, if not thousands, of achievements made by the entirety of our class. Some of us will be the first of our families to attend college or graduate from high school. And some other achievements to celebrate are some students work part-time and maintain good grades. Some students pass class despite injuries and illness, and even getting through to graduation, it should be something equally as celebrated as a full-ride scholarship or an athletic record. This event is to celebrate all achievements made by all students of our class, and to declare at last that we are finished with our compulsory public education funded by the dear taxpayers sitting in the audience. Thank you for your money, by the way. It's been helpful for the textbooks, teacher salaries, and program funding. So now that we're about to take off into parts unknown, we must ask ourselves, what is next in our lives? For almost a decade, we've had a straight goal defined for us by adults, graduation. And boy, did they really hammer in that they wanted us to graduate. Many of our classes have been interrupted by that legendary Chromebook cart and struggling to navigate through Naviance. However, there's no definitive answer on what we're going to do next as a collective. Some of us are going to pursue further education in community colleges or universities. Some of us are entering the military to serve our country. Others will begin their careers in earnest, working hard to fulfill their own goals. The journey of life is too long to accurately predict. Now, earlier, I said that this graduating class is crazy to think it can change the world. And we should think that way. We're living in a time where the cumulative knowledge of mankind can be accessed by a small device that lives neatly in a pocket. Brilliance is no longer found in the studies of decrepit old men surrounded by books, but rather in the works of idealistic young adults. This is a world where innovation and artistry is encouraged and rewarded. We are in an economic, technological, and political climate that is just right for anyone, especially young adults like us, to really make an impact on the world, no matter how big or how small. We are the thinkers, the dreamers, the inventors, activists, researchers, and workers who will make humanity's dreams of a better future become reality. It is our generation that can and will be the new greats of the future. Within each and every single one of us lies the potential to make the greatest change that the world will bear witness to. It does sound strange that we, Century High School's humble graduating class of 2017, can change the world. In fact, some would say that it's outright naive, silly, or even crazy. But as history has shown the world, the ones who are crazy enough to think that they can change it are the ones who do. Thank you.
We are pleased to present Counterpoint singing Unfinished Songs by Diane Warren, arranged by Alan Billingsley.
Your hand. we can be anything we want. Hey, 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 hey. You can write the song and write the story. Live all of this life in all its glory.
Take the time to make each moment count.
It's your life, it's your call. Grab the chance, have it all. Unfinished songs waiting for the best part to come along. Hey, 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 we're all pictures I've drawn. We can be anything we want. Hey, 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 hey. 'Cause we're all unfinished songs waiting for this part to come along. Hey, 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 hey. You can write the song and write the story.
It is my pleasure to introduce our faculty speaker. Derek Dugan was chosen by the senior class as a teacher to represent the faculty at Century High School. Please help me welcome Derek Dugan.
I'd like to say thank you to the students of Century High School, parents, families, friends, our esteemed colleagues, and some not so esteemed. And I think it's important at this moment right now that everybody sitting on the field give a round of applause to those people in the stands. You will never know how hard they worked for you to get you here. Class of 2017, you have all waited for this day for 18 years. And to be honest with you, I have waited for this day as well. 18 years ago, your parents and family members were starting on a new adventure, and that adventure was you. As you were starting your life in this new world, I too was starting a new life. You see, 18 years ago, I walked into a classroom filled with young adults who strive to try to make a difference in the life of a student. I remember sitting at a wooden table as a large, bearded man, weathered by years in the classroom, asked us one simple question. At the end of your teaching career, what are 5 goals that you would have liked to have accomplished? Now, around the room, answers were the same. Things like make a difference, be a good teacher, they were all common answers, as were mine. But my 5th and final answer was different than anybody else's in the room. My 5th goal was to speak at a graduation. In my mind, I figured if I got to speak at a graduation, then I must be doing my job. Class of 2017, I owe you a very heartfelt thank you for helping me achieve my goals. Now, when I was asked to speak today, a whole new level of anxiety set in. One, I did not want to follow Enzo. 2, I wasn't quite sure if these pants still fit. And 3, what could I possibly say to you that you haven't already heard? Sure, I could read some passages from some books or sprinkle some inspirational quotes upon you. I even thought about writing a poem, but nothing sounded right. I asked friends and colleagues, what should I speak about? And they all gave me the same answer. Oh, you'll do great. Thank you. The best piece of advice I received was from Coach Keller, who said, just do what Dugan does. So I took that to heart, and I figured what better way to end our time together than with one last story time with Dugan. Now, not so long ago, between rainstorms, the time had come for me to mow my lawn for the first time this year. My lawn isn't the best in the neighborhood, but by golly, I try. As I pulled the mower out to get ready for the process, I looked out across the task ahead of me, and that's when I saw it. Taraxacum officinale, known to many as the common dandelion. I shook my head in disgust, and then I saw another, and another, and another, and yet another. Now, I know for a fact that I had pulled every one of those last year, and yet here they were again, a whole new crop. And then that's when I thought of you. English translation tells us that the dandelion means tooth of the lion, the most regal of animals, the king of beasts, respected, revered, intelligent, powerful, loving, confident, and resilient. These are all traits that you possess. These traits have been instilled in you for years in both your home and the classrooms of our fine institution. These are the traits that will grow and develop as you do. Now, as a dandelion matures, its small, delicate yellow flower becomes a sphere of snow-white seeds. And again, I am reminded of you. When the time is right, the small seeds are set free from their moorings, and with the slightest breath of wind, scattered about. Some of you will not go far, and yet some of you will be blown to far and off places. Places you could have never imagined that you would end up, and that is where you will settle, put your roots down, and begin your new life. The journey of a dandelion is fraught with disaster, and danger lurks around every corner. Always having to watch out for people who want to pull you up, or mowers who want to cut you down. The struggle of the dandelion is real, folks. And like the dandelion, your struggle will soon be real as well. My wanderings in this life are limited. I am not a traveled man, nor have I ever claimed to be. I've been out of Oregon a mere handful of times. But everything I know comes from years of observation. I have seen the cruelness in life and the goodness in people and most things in between. So in an effort to help you with your travels, I have created a small list that you may find helpful. I will dispense this list to you now. Number 1, take the risk. Fear of risk is only in your mind. When it comes, and it will, I encourage you to put caution and common sense on the back burner, if only for a mere second. One day you will find yourself happy, secure, stable, safe, and carefree, and then boom, risk will come knocking on your door. You will be presented with an opportunity to do something you didn't even know existed. Maybe it's buying a car that's too fast or a home that's too large. Maybe it's leaving the country in an unplanned trip. Maybe it's marriage. Maybe it's children. Whatever it may be, take the risk. You will wallow in different regrets throughout this life. But please take my advice. When you go to bed at night, do not let the last thing in your thoughts be, I wish I would have taken the risk. Some of your best moments in life will come from the risks you take. As the fable goes, ill fortune and bad luck befall those who, like the grasshopper, just sit around. Number 2, never hold a grudge. You will be wronged by many people on this planet. People you meet may intend to hurt you, and some will do it simply by accident. Either way, be angered for only a short while, but never hold a grudge. A grudge has the ability to poison your soul and cause anguish that way swallow you whole. Areas of your brain normally harbored thoughts of happiness and joy get clouded by thoughts of feelings of being wronged. Let bygones be bygones, and let your integrity define you in those tumultuous times. Confucius once wrote, "To be wronged is nothing unless you choose to remember it. Number 3, never, never, never store your toothpaste in the same drawer as the preparation H. This is an error that could haunt you the rest of your life. Number 4, value yourself. This may be the one time in your life that others know more about you than you know about yourself. We already see how valuable you are, and we know the greatness that you are capable of. Even the dandelion, now a common weed, knows its self-worth. At one point in time, due to its medicinal purposes, the dandelion was worth more than wheat. Who would have ever thought? Never doubt your self-worth. Do not envy others for what they are doing or what they have. If you feel the need to envy someone, envy yourself in 20 years from today. The you 20 years from now will surely impress, and I cannot wait to see it. Floss your teeth. The benefits of flossing have been traced back to prehistoric times, so just floss your teeth. Be generous with your love, but do not be frivolous. Don't be reckless with someone else's heart, and don't tolerate others who are reckless with yours. On average, we will fall in love 4 to 5 times in our lifetime. You will all suffer the unmistakable grief of a broken heart. But know what they say is true. Time will heal, and you will become stronger because of it. Get a dog. The therapeutic nature of a dog is unexplainable. A dog will test your patience and change the way you look at life. The love you get is unconditional and will never falter. If you ever question a dog's love or loyalty, I ask you to consider this. Take your closest friend and your dog and lock them both in the bathroom for an hour. And then ask yourself, who's going to be happy to see me when I open the door? Practice giving sincere compliments, but more importantly, practice receiving them with gratitude. Take the last piece of pizza. Is the last piece of pizza any different than the first, second, or in my case, the third? No. We all sit around the table reluctant to make our move, wondering who will take it. Then, when it's gone, we find ourselves wishing bad things for the person who did. That stops today. Take the last piece of pizza. And finally, follow your passion. Do the thing that you love to do. The word passion is defined as an intense desire or enthusiasm. Your passion will take you on countless adventures and provide you with endless memories. Your passion paves the road to happiness and pushes you toward your dreams. If you let it, your passion will push you to be the very best you can be and will reward you while doing so. The sweetest thing about your passion is that it's yours. Nobody gets to choose it for you. You may already know what your passion is, or you may currently be searching for it, but do not worry, it will find you. It may seem mundane to others or even crazy, but this does not matter, for it is yours. Your passion will lead you down many different paths, and I would encourage you, do not follow the paths of others. Make your own path. Unless, of course, you're lost in the woods, then by all means, take that path. The model that you chose to represent your class states, people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are often the ones who do. I find this all too fitting. You might think that your passion does not affect the person sitting next to you or anyone here for that matter, but I will guarantee you this. If you find your passion and you follow it, then this world will change, and it will change for the better. Now, in closing, I'm reminded of the day that I found my daughter running around our yard, pulling up the small, white, puffy globes of the dandelions, holding them by the stems and blowing their seeds into the wind. As I watched these countless seeds drift across my lawn, I had to ask, "Pumpkin, what in the world are you doing?" Her response resonates with me today. In the most innocent of ways, she looked at me, hands on hips. "I'm making wishes, Daddy." Ladies and gentlemen of the class of 2017, today we look out upon you. And what many may have once seen as a field of weeds, we now see as a field of wishes. We wish for you the very best in all of your endeavors from this day forward. For the last 17 years, you have collectively taken hundreds of tests to prepare you for today. And for 17 years in my class, I've started every test the same way. So as you depart here today and begin preparing for your next test, I leave you with this. Good luck, Godspeed, Mazel Tov, and remember what happens today. Dugan still loves you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Dugan. On behalf of the Hillsboro School District Board of Directors, Wayne Clift, Glenn Miller, Monty Akers, Janine Solman, Kim Strelchin, and Mr. Scott, and Ms. Spitzer, and Mr. Reinman, I am delighted and proud to present to you the members of the Century High School graduating class of 2017. They have met all the requirements of the Hillsboro School District and the state of Oregon. And now, Lauren Halverson will come to the podium.
Now is the time that we've all been waiting for, the presentation of the diploma. We will start with our valedictorians and salutatorians, followed by the rest of the class. Starting with Nathan.
So you're going to move these two down to the bottom of this
Okay,
list.
got it. Okay. Timothy Albertine. Kyle Brewer. Kevin Chung. Shayna Gilbert. Umair Khan. V. Lee. Addison McAllister. Matthew McMillan. Carolyn No. Justin Nguyen. Henry Pham. Jasmine Kaw. Joshua Salisbury. Michael Tran. Christian Acosta. Oh. Nathan Willett. Geraldine Reyes Aguilera. Christian Acosta. Martina Adamietz.
Tino Aguinaldo. Susan Aguilera de Boque. Marcelina Akak Barrios. Desmond Aquina. Jessica Alba. Sergio Alcazar Polvos. Ana Alejo Inocencio. Lydia Alfaro Garcia. Jordan Alinea. David Almaraz Ibarra. Adriana Alvarez. Adrian Andel. Zachary Anderson. Antonio Andrade. Victor Anthony Aquino. Ashley Arms. Emily Armstrong. Marcos Ariola Perez. Miguel Avalos Rivera. Fernando Baca. Jaron Beza.
Christopher Bankston. Sergio Barragon. Mari Cruz Barrera Cruz. Tra Barzangi. Christopher Beadle. Emily Bear. Jesus Roberto Becerra. Carla Berg. Kyle Berquest. Nathan Benoiter. Valerie Biddleston. Jason Blankenship. Emily Bobian. Jasmine Bonner. Georgia Lee Boreen. Enzo Borges Barcelos. McKenna Boski. Tori Boykin. Zachary Brantner. Acacia Marie Bright.
Amber Brill. Emma Brophy. Justice Brown. Josie Bukta. Courtney Buckley. Trevor Buckley. Hunter Buen. James Burrow. Alana Cabazudo. Roxanne Joyce Catalina. Jelena Calzada. Ivan Khan Michaela Canetti. Taylor Carlson. Michaela Carmine. Natalia Carter. Canio Castaneda. Christy Castanon. Jonathan Castillo. Crystal Sia. Paul Cepeda.
Kioki Chatham. Sean Chatham. Kevin Chow. Kyle Shamenti. Leah Christopher. Kayla Clayton. Deja Klein. Morris Comia. Jonathan Contreras. Alexis Cordero. Andres Correas. Ashley Coronado. Joshua Coughlin. Andrew Crane. Aaron Chrissy. Simon Kroll. Guillermo Cruz Camacho. Marcus Evan Karamin. Barsha Dada. Audrey Davis. Caleb Davis.
Tanner Davis. Brittany Decker. Andrew Delameter. Isaias Delgado Rojas. Josue De Lorenza. Michael Deming. Ashley Denton. Alyssa DeWitt. Caitlin Dipp. Cheyenne DeVecha. Jordan Draper. Devin Dupree. Titan Dupree. Justin Dwyer. Jessica Eaton. Vanessa Echevarria Jimenez. Kevin Heater. Lorena Escalara. Alejandra Fernandez Martin. Thaddeus Fernie. Jesus Ferreira.
Tabor Fessenden. Andrew Finley. Noah Fitch. Alan Fong. Ethan Ford. Natalie Fossoy. Dominique Foster. Luca Frazier. Cole Gangle. Alejandra Garcia. Victoria Garcia Caballero. Cristina Garcia Echevarria. Andres Garcia Rojas. Jacqueline Garvey. Vanessa Garza. Jonathan Gates. Aiden Galt. Jordan Gilbert. Isaiah Jerome. Blake Gladman. Taylor Going.
Dylan Gonzalez. Deanna Gonzalez Mejia. Carlos Gonzalez Nahar. Brandon Gordon. Kaylee Gao. Wilder Gray. Jayshell Greenup. Madison Grimaldi. Scott Grover. Gigi Gruber. Megan Gunther. Eric Guzman. Gabriel Guzman Morales. Colby Haga. Tori Hagee. Nicholas Hammerlink. Bailey Hancock. Elizabeth Hansen. Jenna Hansen. Taylor Hansen. Jessica Harrison.
Kaya Hashimoto. Hannah Hawthorne. Emery Healy. Farhad Hyder. Genesis Hayden. Alex Henderson. Ryan Herr. Andrew Hernandez. Marissa Hernandez. Ivan Hernandez. Oscar Hernandez Luna. Arturo Hernandez Morfine. Alejandro Aaron Calderon. Lacey Hyatt. Cody Higgins. Grant Higgs. Spencer Hoffman. Morgan Holt. Francis Hout. Brennan Howe. Jacqueline Hughes.
Jimmy Huen. Emil Iliesi. Derek Jackson Jr. Terrell Jackson. Megan Jacobs. Nathan Jacobs. Samuel Jacobson. Johanna Jakobsen. Evan Job. Megan Jones. Nora Canso. Maggie Karp. Brandon Kearney. Joseph Keller. Jasmine Kaw. Ryan Kaikum. Avery Kingstad. Benjamin Kenyon. Asa Kleiber. James Kern. Taylor Kolojejak.
Aaron Kong. Makai Kong. Maxwell Cost. Teresa Kramer. Keen LeCount. Ashley Lambert. Nicholas Lawrence. Ariel Lawson. Jasmine Lay. Bobby Lee. Brian Lee. Dennis Lee. Samantha Lee. Brianne Lemieux. Brandon Likes. Spencer Lindenthal. Skylar Lloyd. Megan Lockbeam. Maya Lopez. Antonio Luis Salgado. Sofia Lusana.
Stephen Lyons. Sarah McMillan. Michaela Macdell. Alexander Majerus. Andrew Maldonado. Alejandro Maldonado Gaspar. Niraj Mali. Gavin Mannon. Peyton Mannon. Hannah Marin. Hunter Mariquin. Casey Marshall. Sean Martinez. Efren Martinez Soto. Catherine Martinez Guidel. Brittany Masonheimer. Sarah Masudi. Jesus Suarez Mateos. Christina Maynor. Michelle Maynor. Melina McLaughlin.
Jacob McKee. Noah Mead. Riley Madow. Emily Musin. Angelita Mendoza Cruz. McKenna Myers. Zachary Mollet McEntee. Pablo Monteroso. Rumor Morrison. Jessica Moda Cruz. Trey Mubarak. Joel Murtha. Nathan Nakanizi. Samantha Navarro. Ernesto Navarro Kemp. Patricia Neal. Alan Nguyen. Cameron Nguyen. Christina Nguyen. Nakwan Nguyen. Nguyen Nguyen.
Tyler Nguyen. Jacob Nichols. Serena Nyborg. Megan O'Connor. Kalani Odo. Jonathan Olvera Pinon. Jonathan Ombler. Alexander Oosterhoff. Veronica Ortiniozzi. Geneva Ortega. Ashley Osborne. Samantha Otley. Mackenzie Pace. Haley Parmentier. Haley Petra. Grace Peabody. Tyler Pelham. Adam Peltola. Ashley Pence. Cameron Pignac. JJ Perez.
Julia Perez. William Perez Rodriguez. Adrian Peter. Andrea Peters. Alexis Petrov. Martin Pfeiffer. Anthony Pham. Kevin Fan. Cooper Pierce. Elmuth Pineda Flores. Haley Perrell. Nicholas Potter. Hunter Powell. Kyle Price. Maria Prudente Bocanegra. Elisa Purcell. Oscar Quintero. Emily Rainey. Michaela Rainsberger. Emily Ramirez. Claudia Regalado Ayala.
Brianna Ranke. Matthew Resvaloso. Morgan Rhodes. Max Rybel. Catherine Rice. Sean Riddle. Sarah Riley. Tomas Rodriguez. Veronica Rojas Avila. Cesar Roldan Garcia. Diana Rosales Zepeda. Gildardo Salmeron Reina. Tanya Sanchez. Amina Sandifer. Jennifer Sandoval Rivera. Francisco Santana. Gabriel Sarder. Guadalupe Sacedo Espinoza. LeMay Sepana. Logan Schuning.
Michael Schwartz. Delaney Seitz. Melissa Seck. Joel Semmingson. Haley Serrano. Eric Serrano Mancia. Ahmed Sher. Divesh Sharma. Anas Shido. William Schottenkirk. Thomas Sill. Ty Simcoe. Andrea Simmons. Brianna Simmons. Tyler Simons. Timberly Smith. Joel Soltero Robles. Colby Summers. Kylie Spraker. Erica Spriggs. Emily Stack.
Daniel Starnes. Annika Steiger. Brandon Steemsma. Hannah Stockwell. Zachary Stolzenberger. Matisse Stone. Ksenia Striplin. Samantha Stuve. Riley Suko. Trevor Sunquest. Bryce Swayze. Finn Sylvester. Anita Tang. Jonathan Tang. Lexine Tao. Elora Tebow. Caitlin Thomas. Gabrielle Torr. Adam Thompson. Anna Maria Torres Fernandez. Rebecca Tracewell.
Tiffany Tran. Alexandria Tressler. Mitchell Tressler. Andrea Trujillo. Alan Chong. Ann Chong. Andy Chong. Mary Chong. V. Chong. Kelly Urbano Santos. Emily Yusotsev. William Van Hooser. Haley Vega Romero. Kayla Vela. Izzy Velos. Brian Viglione. Michaela Villa. Nadia Viveros Sanchez. Brendan Voles. Kai Walksmith. Elise Wang.
Sarah Ward. Michaela Warner. Tyler Warren. Martha Watson. Lena Watson. Noah Webster. April White. David White. Kate Whitney. Kayla Wilson. Kylie Woolworth. David Yang. Pavel Yanakayev. Trey Young. Atticus Young. Ramon Cedejas Holt. Alexandria Livingston.
Lorenzo Iliza. Zachary Cole. Alexia Silva.
And it's my pleasure to announce Lauren Halverson.
Will the class of 2017 please stand? Century staff, students, parents, and family congratulate you on the successful completion of your high school education. Make this moment just the beginning of your future, filled with friendship and accomplishments. It has been my distinct honor to have been your principal this year. Our congratulations and best wishes to each one of you. And now listen carefully, guys. I'm going to change the script up a little bit. If you would come to the very center of the field, just all come out here. All come out here. Listen carefully. I'm not done yet. Okay. Turn and face the stands. Turn and face the stands. Class of 2017, you may move your tassels. And now you can toss those hats. It is my pleasure to introduce the class of 2017 graduates. You are dismissed.
Come to the middle.
Janelle told me the other schools were talking about doing it. I was like, let's just have them do it informal.
That's a nice touch.
Because the tents will block the toss. And this
Oh, it's awesome. No.
Everybody sees them and they love
No,
it.
that's good.
I say even if it's pouring rain. I know.
I totally agree.
And I was
Just let them do it.
It's like,